Customer platform, it's time to start the day. Discover all the value you already own. Don't let solutions slip away. Wake up, customer platform. The tools are at your hand. No need to sleep on capabilities that can help your business stand. The answer's right before your eyes. You just need to realize. Wake up, customer platform, and watch your business rise. Wake up, wake up. The platform's waiting for you. Wake up, wake up. See what your system can do.
Good morning, HubSpot Nation. It is time to wake up customer platform with your unofficial HubSpot updates morning show, where we help you discover the platform value you already own. I'm Chris Carolan, joined by my co-host Casey Hawkins. We're here every weekday morning to make sure you're not sleeping on HubSpot's true capabilities. If you're joining live, drop a hello in the comments and let us know what you're building in HubSpot today. Happy Thursday, March 19th, 2026.
Happy Thursday. 2 more shows without George, and then the crew's back.
Yes, we miss him dearly, for sure. And we've got 11 updates today. I think most of them are like updates to updates, but we'll see as we run through. We're just going to dive right in. Support macros in public beta. What's changed? Now available to both Service Hub Pro and Enterprise users. This is why we read them all, right? Like, what's changed? Just a new tier. It's available for expanding access beyond Enterprise only. Eligibility details updated to reflect this change. So now a lot more people want to know what this is, I bet. Macros are a type of reply-driven automation that allows support reps to take multiple steps of the support process with a single click. When responding to a ticket, reps can simultaneously send a message to the customer and perform follow-up actions like updating the ticket status, changing the owner, updating the ticket priority, and more. This combines what previously required multiple separate clicks and steps into one streamlined workflow, dramatically reducing the time needed to handle each ticket.
Why does it matter? Speed is critical for support teams, with the vast majority of customers saying they're more loyal to brands with fast response times. And with support reps handling increasing ticket volume and increasing customer expectations, it's more important than ever that they have the right tools to help them move quickly to handle customer issues, from troubleshooting, responding, updating, closing, and completing follow-up tasks. Every click counts, and with macros, support teams can automate away that manual work and focus on solving for their customers. Question that I don't know if you know the answer to, Chris. Like, when does a macro make sense versus a workflow? Which you're a workflow hater, so maybe you are the right person to ask.
I think about it probably because it's in process, right?
Okay.
So if we look at how you can build them out in help desk, I'll just say I love the precedent that's being set here. If anybody's had a gaming keyboard where you have this extra set of keys. It just does, like, this is what we do there. And it's usually because the next step requires a combination of things. And if it's in help desk now, I imagine maybe it's coming to the rest of HubSpot at some point. But yeah, so kind of like snippets to where it might be, just in process, easier, don't have to go somewhere else, but still have control over the automation that's about to happen. So important notes, macros are available to seated Service Hub Pro and Enterprise users. Macros are only available in Help Desk and cannot be used in the inbox or CRM. In beta, there is a limit of 50 macros per portal, and this limit will be increased. So you can see on the bottom, we're in Help Desk here. Got a special macros drop down here. So it's interesting to see all this stuff come together for sure. Like, because if it were a snippet, I almost said it's kind of like snippets, but snippets you can kind of like hashtag and they show up during the completion of the task, where macros is something you're gonna set up to do right after like send and apply. Like you're like adding, like creating an addendum like to the button, to the send and apply button. It's like send and apply and update ticket and update this stuff in HubSpot. So yeah, just like granular control while still automating stuff.
Very cool.
Probably didn't answer your question at all. One of the classic cases
Well,
where lots of different ways to do things. And until we get into the process itself and people in it every day, I think it's pretty hard to decide like which way to go. And it's probably not a one or the other situation.
And I don't know if I really realized, but macros can trigger a workflow.
Right.
So it's not
the outcome. Yeah. Right.
So it's not really necessarily even choosing one or the other.
Right. Yeah. But that line between the two, because then all of a sudden you get like duplication of steps being accomplished depending on when. So again, just take a step back and talk to your team, understand when to apply those, because it's probably a place where you could dive way deeper than you need to set up a bunch of macros that can be redundant and confuse things. So just take care there. Workflow CRM property data restore. What's changed here? Updated to reference restore CRM properties and records as the underlying backup system instead of unified data backup and restore system. Providing clearer naming and alignment with the current platform terminology. No changes to functionality or access requirements. As a reminder, Workflow CRM Property Restore is a feature that allows admins to safely undo CRM property changes made by a workflow specifically within the last 14 days. And since that was the only update, I'm going to move on to the next one, which is very similar. Which I think like we're starting to see this expand, like this restorability to data, right? Restore CRM properties and records. What is it? Seamlessly restore CRM data automatically captures the last 20 versions of your CRM data, 45 versions for contacts, so that you can undo any changes in the last 14 days.
Why does it matter? You need to protect your data integrity and quickly fix mistakes. Without this feature, reverting unwanted changes is time-consuming and requires property history exports and imports. Now you can quickly identify and restore recent property changes, maintain data accuracy without leaving HubSpot, and reduce downtime and improve efficiency in managing your CRM data. I needed this. I needed this last night. I didn't, but then I just opened the portal, and the portal, I needed it in, yeah, what you have highlighted doesn't work.
Yeah, was not enterprise.
Yes.
And again, there's so much infrastructure required behind the scenes to make something like this possible. So for me, it makes a lot of sense that that's an enterprise feature. Like most things, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down at some point. But yeah,
Yeah, in my case, there was I think a cookie situation where someone's contact record kept getting overwritten by somebody else because they were using they had the same cookie for what, there's a lot of ways that could happen. So just to say, like, workflows aren't the only one. People can mess up their own data, is I guess.
yes, they can. And I'm just going to make sure it's the same for workflows. Yep, enterprise level. But it's interesting to see, and I think this is an important aspect of, like, as AI comes in and changes stuff too, like understanding the source of all these changes, the team is working real hard on giving us the granularity we need. And that's why it's kind of like in waves, we're getting like, okay, when you change data this way, you'll be able to restore. And now when you change data this way, you'll be able to restore. Otherwise, it might be 6 months before anybody gets, any restore if we're waiting for every mechanism. So it's interesting to see how this is rolling out.
Yeah.
Number 4, sunsetting CRM smart insights. What is it? After April 21st, 2026, CRM Smart Insights beta features will no longer be available.
Why does this matter? The CRM Smart Insight beta included suggested filters and a smart digest that helped you contextualize, understand, and act on your data on the index page. After reviewing customer feedback and usage, this beta will be sunset as we refocus our efforts on other areas of the product. If enrolled in this beta, customers will need to migrate away from this tool by April 21st, 2026. On that date, access to CRM Smart Insights will be removed. This is just the one on the index page.
Yep.
Where if you make a specific filter, it'll summarize. Okay, this isn't what I was afraid it was.
Right. Yeah, and just how does it work? This is an interesting. Maybe we need a different format for sunsets. While there isn't a direct replacement for this beta feature today, many customers use HubSpot's AI-assisted reports insights to generate summaries and takeaways for their data. For commonly used suggested filters, we recommend saving those to a custom view for regular access. Yeah, I think we're also going to move towards like any suggestions or like assistance. We're going to try and move that to this guy probably. And I kind of like we saw yesterday with reports, like AI assisted reports versus AI generated reports. Number 5, meeting note taker with smart deal progression, still in private beta. Update to credit usage for custom properties. Maybe put major update tag next to this one. Starting April 14th, 2026. Custom properties added to smart data capture. HubSpot's system that automatically captures data for features like smart deal progression will begin consuming HubSpot credits. Standard HubSpot properties are not affected. On April 14th, we'll reset existing smart data capture custom property settings to ensure no credits are consumed without customer consent. Customers who want to continue using custom properties with smart data capture will need to re-enable them on April 14th.
This format is
Yeah. Lots of stuff happening here. Uh,
I can skip down to the why does it matter still, I
well,
guess. I
I
feel
mean,
like we
this has
need
been
to
around for a
yeah,
while,
yeah.
and like, of course, like if we can auto update data, like that's going to be a good thing. But I think the part to call out on April 14th, we will reset smart data capture settings for all customers.
Mhm.
And again, we come back to like the difference between a custom property and a native property is 10 credits,
Mhm.
like per update now. So again, we come back to data mapping, data flow, data modeling, understanding structure. And if there is a HubSpot property that maybe you haven't been able to edit in the past, by the way, you can do a lot of things with HubSpot native properties that you weren't able to do in the past, and you can just make an update there. Like the way, like sometimes people just create custom properties because they just don't like the way that the name is or whatever, right? Now you might have a real good reason to use the HubSpot native property instead. So standard HubSpot properties are not affected. Keep that in mind, folks. I think so I'm guessing, I haven't confirmed yet, April 14th-ish is going to be Spring Spotlight time.
Yeah.
And I've kind of been waiting for this moment where a bunch of beta AI stuff starts to move into credits and no longer free. This looks like one of those moments. A couple of updates for the file manager here. First one is we now have an updated by filter. So you can now filter files in the file manager by who last updated them. The new updated by filter helps you quickly find content modified by a specific user.
Why does it matter when multiple people are collaborating across different types of content? It can be time consuming to track down who made the last changes to things like file names or metadata. This filter helps you see which users most recently took certain actions, such as renaming a file, editing alt text, or metadata, deleting a file, or moving a file.
Next for file manager, and making it easier to manage your files in HubSpot. What is it? The file manager improved drag and drop and bulk selection. We've improved the experience in the file manager to make organizing your content faster and more intuitive. These include number one, marquee select, clicking and dragging your cursor to create a square shape to select files in the select area is now available for bulk selecting files via list view. Number two, keyboard shortcuts for additive bulk selection. Users can now hold Shift and perform selection that would select multiple assets. Number three, confirmation notifications. We show confirmation notifications after files have been moved to confirm where they moved to. And number four, drag and drop improvement. Hover over a folder to drag and drop files into folders and subfolders.
Why does it matter? Managing large volumes of video content often means juggling multiple files across folders. These updates reduce friction by making selection and movement more predictable, especially when working with many assets at once. You can now confidently organize your workspace without second guessing where files will land. I think this is all files, not just video files, but video files included.
Yeah, but let's be real. Which ones are the important ones? Like video files. That's what we're seeing behind the scenes here. So much of this has been because of the video editing capabilities of HubSpot now. But I definitely got excited for like the ability to hold Shift and like make a large selection. You can usually do in a lot of other places we're used to managing files. So we'll see that. Data sources, file ingestion API for Data Studio. What is it? The data sources ingestion file API enables developers to ingest CSV, XLS, XLSX, and TSV files directly into HubSpot Data Studio as reusable external data sources. This API will offer a developer-friendly way to bring tabular data into HubSpot without adhering to CRM object schemas. Use this API to upload files to Data Studio without CRM schema constraints and create flexible data sources for flexible activation in Data Studio.
Why does it matter? This API unlocks a more flexible, developer-friendly pathway for giving tabular data into HubSpot's Data Studio without needing to commit to CRM objects. Developers can now incrementally add or overwrite tabular data, typically CSVs, without rebuilding their data sets from scratch, enabling more agile workflows.
Data Hub Professional and Enterprise. Getting easier and easier to unify your data and context in HubSpot. You don't even have to set up new CRM objects for whatever the data may be.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very cool. Customize criteria in account cleanup. What is it? Account cleanup now lets you create custom filters or cleanup policies in addition to the existing unused and last modified time criteria.
Why does it matter? You can now customize which assets are removed by automatic cleanup by creating custom filters based on asset properties. You can tailor cleanup policies to your specific needs, protect important assets from unintended deletion, and maintain better control over your account's data hygiene. This allows you to confidently automate cleanup processes while safeguarding essential information.
Available at the enterprise level. Clone marketing emails with simple workflows. What is it? When cloning a regular marketing email that has a simple workflow configured, you'll now see a new copy simple workflows checkbox in the clone panel. Enabling this duplicates the emails associated with simple workflows automatically, so you don't have to rebuild them from scratch. So we are not using simple workflows to clone the marketing emails. We can clone marketing emails that have simple workflows.
Yeah. This matters because cloning an email used to mean rebuilding any associated simple workflows from scratch on the new email. For marketers who rely on post-send automations like adding context to a list after a link click or setting a property after an open, this added a repetitive step whenever creating variations for different campaigns or audiences. Now workflows carry over automatically, saving time and reducing the risk of misconfigured automations. But yes, this is the workflow that exists in the email.
Indeed. And then one more for today.
Oh, man.
The new one.
Like this one, actually.
Audit Analyzer Assistant. Have not seen those words on this page before. What is it? Audit Analyzer is a custom assistant that helps you quickly search, analyze, and understand user behavior patterns in your audit logs.
Why does it matter? Reviewing user behavior in audit logs is time-consuming and requires manual filtering and searching. If you're not sure what you're looking at, it can be difficult to identify patterns or potential issues. The Audit Analyzer provides guided analysis to help you understand user activity, identify risk, and extract insights from your log data more efficiently. This seems super nice if you're like new to a team and trying to figure out like what their HubSpot uses and experience.
Yeah, super powerful. So many. I look forward to more, analysis like that showing up in HubSpot to make it easier to talk to your team about how they use it. Can be wearisome for the team when every time you ask a question, it's like, can you just start from the beginning? Can you start from scratch? So if you come in with, here's what I understand you're doing based on this, these kinds of mechanisms, that can often lead to much better, conversations between admin and users. Remember, folks, you probably already own the solution you're looking for in HubSpot. Sometimes you just need to wake up to it. Join us tomorrow morning live at 7:30 a.m. Central, or catch us anytime on Spotify and Apple Music. Drop your biggest takeaway in the comments and let us know what capabilities you want to wake up to next. Until then, I'm Chris Carolan.
I'm Casey Hawkins.
And this has been Wake Up Customer Platform. Now go build something amazing. Great day, everybody.
Customer platform, it's time to start the day. Discover all the value you already own. Don't let solutions slip away. Wake up, customer platform. The tools are at your hand. No need to sleep on capabilities that can help your business stand. The answer's right before your eyes. You just need to realize. Wake up, customer platform, and watch your business rise.